just met somebody who showed me his NDP card from 1962. He's been working. But we've also been getting tons of people coming up to us and saying, you know what? Never voted NDP before. You're getting my vote this time. I know that you're the ones who can get rid of Stephen Harper. And that's what this election is about. Replacing Stephen Harper's politics of fear and division with our politics of hope and optimism. Talking about what we can accomplish together across this great land of ours. Remember in 2011, after 5 hard years of work, Jack and I were convinced that we were going to break through in Quebec, and all the pundits and the commentators said, you can't break through in Quebec. They don't know who the NDP is. Remember what happened? 59 MPs in Quebec. Wonder what kind of bet you could have won if you had decided you were going to bet in the month of May of this year that the NDP was going to form not just a government, but a solid majority government in Alberta. Oh, we did it. They said we wouldn't break through in Quebec in 2011. They said we would never form a government in Alberta. On October 19th, you watch us go. Canadians are tired of the old politics. We were watching Justin Trudeau as he was doing the same thing as Stephen Harper. Stephen Harper wants to decide in advance the results of any competitive bidding for contracts with our military. What we're saying is you've got to put in place a clear, objective process where the public will know that they're getting the best bang for their buck. They're both trying to decide in advance. One of them's decided to exclude one company, the other one's decided no other company is allowed. What we want to do when we're spending your money is to make sure we have a process where we define what we need for our military or any other government purchase. We go and get the best price. That's the way we're going to manage the economy. We have heard the other parties talk for over 30 years about bringing in a pan-Canadian system for childcare. Now we have a clear plan. It's been costed. It's been brought forward. The Liberals, after promising it for decades, are now saying it can't be done. Justin, let me tell you this. It's not because you in the Liberal Party couldn't get it done that it can't be done. The NDP is going to get it done. This has been 10 long years for Canada, where our democratic institutions were not respected at home, where our international reputation has started to fade. We're the only country in the world to have withdrawn from the Kyoto Protocol. We're going to stand up. When I was a minister in Quebec, we worked hard to reduce greenhouse gases every single year I was minister, and we did just that. I remember here on Prince Edward Island, I worked hard with the then environment minister here. You were one of the first to start bringing in wind energy, and you were a model for what could be done. We want that across Canada. We want green renewable energies to be worked on. There's 15 years, in the next 15 years, $5 trillion will be spent on green renewable energy technology around the world. Canada's not even there. But we have to have that knowledge-based economy. We've got to be a champion for manufacturing and innovation. We have a plan to do that. It starts with small and medium-sized businesses across the country. We'll give them a tax break. They create 80% of new jobs. And we will require that Canada's largest and most profitable corporations start paying their fair share. They've had tens of billions of dollars of tax breaks from the Conservatives, backed by the Liberals, and what's happened? The worst job creation record since the Second World War. 400,000 manufacturing jobs lost, and many of them right here on the island. 300,000 more unemployed today than when the last recession hit in 2008. Canadians deserve better. And the old line parties, believe me, 4 weeks from today, there's an election. But for those 4 weeks, you're going to see the attacks and the sniping multiply. There's one reason for it. They know that the NDP is connecting with Canadians from coast to coast to coast, and it worries them. But just remember, our hopeful, optimistic approach is what is bringing so many people to the NDP. I would love nothing more than to continue to build bridges, like you've always done here, to build bridges to progressives across the country, to complete the job that we started in 2011 in Quebec, what we're seeing in Alberta, what we know we can accomplish across the country. Herb Dickinson was the first NDPer ever elected to the provincial parliament and one of the finest MPPs there ever was on this island. $1 billion we Jane and Joe, you know them. They're in their communities. They've created jobs. They've run small businesses. They have a reputation for being people who understand what is needed here on the island. We're talking about healthcare. We're talking about bringing in a national pharmacare program to complete the job that the NDP started when we created Medicare. The Medicare was created on a solid foundation. What happened? Where did it come from? It was Tommy Douglas's Saskatchewan when he took over that province that was bankrupt after the previous Liberal administration. Had 17 balanced budgets in a row. That's how you build a foundation for something like Medicare. And when we bring in quality, affordable, maximum $15 a day childcare across Canada, it'll be on a solid foundation of balanced budgets as well. So talk to your neighbors, talk to your family, talk to your friends at work. Tell them that a $15 an hour federal minimum wage is one election away. Tell them that quality $15 a day childcare is one election away. Talk to them about a Canada where our democratic institutions are respected at home and our reputation is respected around the world is just one election away. Vous vous souvenez de notre slogan, ce qu'on disait et ce qu'on répétait pendant l'élection en 2011? On n'arrêtait pas de dire qu'on allait travailler ensemble. C'est cette image-là qui me reste le plus de toutes les images de l'élection de 2011. Travailler ensemble. You remember what we talked about with Jack in 2011? Working together. Stay with that upbeat, positive theme. The attacks are only going to come more fast and furious for the rest of the campaign. Let them go ahead. Canadians know that there's only one team that's talking about getting to a Canada where we're respected here at home with our institutions and around the world, where we assume our obligations to reduce greenhouse gases, to come to grips with the reality of climate change, where Canada starts playing a positive role on the world stage. That's the Canada that we want together. Let's talk positively about respecting each other's rights. Let's talk positively about building the Canada of tomorrow, not just for this generation, but for generations to come. Merci. Thank you.
Mulcair!